We have got a few things to work on here if we want to mount a massive comeback against PSG.
Oh, yeah!
Of borderline glory here with Saint Etienne. In today's episode, we have got 2 games coming up. The first in the league. We go into the last 11 games of the season, and we will need an absolutely massive display in order to go and get that top 6 spot. We are 12 points behind. It's not been the best time for us. After that winning streak we did go on before the last episode, I believe it was, it's just not been good. We went on a 4-game losing streak here. We actually went on a 5-game losing streak in the league, which was just poor. We managed to pull it back with a win there, as you can see, and we have a game coming up today against Angers, which is, we have to win it. We definitely have to win it. There's games where we're looking at that we should be winning, and if we don't, then we can say goodbye to that Conference League for another season, which would be very frustrating. We've got an Angers game here, a Metz game we need to look to win. Dijon, that's 9, 12 points there, 15, and then we need at least probably 2 out of 3 wins from the Lille, Nice and Rennes games, but they are all away games. We have left it very tough for ourselves, and we have got an absolute mountain to climb, but mountains are there to be climbed, and let's just hope we can go and pull it back. And then after that, we have a tough game against PSG away from home in the French Cup quarter-final. It's good to have made the quarter-final, but we've got to be doing so much better if we want to get to a position to go and get that Conference League spot. Since last time out, we have had a transfer window that has occurred. We did have one player leave us, and if we go and take a look at the recruitment into the transfer history, the player that left us was Romain Mole. We left for a fee of 32.5 million. It says 37.5 million euros profit. Don't know what that means particularly, but we made quite big money off him. He's gone to Genk in Belgium, which is a good move for him, and I think we've made good money off of him, and we have quite the bit of money to go and spend in this transfer window coming up. 36 million euros. That is because we did get an injection of money, around 10 million euros. I don't know why, but we did. I think the club took out like a mortgage loan or something, which was weird, but they did, and we have a lot of money, and there is still players. One more player in particular who could leave, and we could raise more money off of him. So even if we don't go and do well in the end of this season, we have that money to go and spend and just become an absolutely super team going into next season. But as we said, mountains are there to be climbed. Let's go and see what we can do in these games coming up. The most important one arguably of the day coming up first against Angers. So the team for this game against Angers, we are pretty much close to full strength. We've got Jowan in goal, a backline of Brassier, Liddell, Gonzalez and Barber, Chukwu, Nuhard, Dukos in the middle. We've got Guy on the left, Sheriff returns on the right, and Diakite up top. Kick off here in this game against Angers. As we said, it's an absolutely massive game. A win here, you'd like to think would start that comeback. I don't know what has gone wrong, to be honest. It just, the form just completely fell off a cliff, but I think like the breaks don't help us out in particular. We've had quite a few injuries, and then as well, it's just we have a few losses and we don't manage it. We don't go and adjust things too much because we don't realise how much of an effect it's having, and within 2 minutes there, it's another early goal conceded. We've not been switched on, and we are 1-0 down after only 3 minutes gone here in this game. It's so frustrating, and it is a tough one to what we have to go and do. I guess we just have to be patient to see what the team can do. They have the quality to go and do big things and perform well, but we need to see more of it because we do have high quality in this team, but it's just not coming off as of right now. One thing that could be interesting, we have made the permanent signing of Brassier going into next season. We did say he has all that experience and is a very solid player. He has started the last few games at left back with David Smith being out through injury, but I think he's just a very solid player to have on all fronts at left back and centre back. He's very solid, and he finds himself on the ball here. He plays a nice ball down the line to Guy. He squares it near post, no one can get there. It falls back to Chukwu. Brassier, can he play this ball first time? He doesn't. He finds Chukwu again. It falls out wide to Barber here, who's on it. It's Sheriff. Nuhard has the shot from range, and it's just over the bar. In the end, not the best work there. We've got to be doing a little bit better. We've got the welcome return of Sheriff into this side. We do have Musgrove, who is in this team, but he needs to be doing a little bit better, especially off the bench. He's got to be giving us a bit more of an impact, because when he has had a lot of starts in this team since he's joined us, it's just not gone down as well as we would have liked to have. Here's Dukos on the ball. Rock Barber, can he play it down the line? He finds in the middle Dukos, Chukwu into Nuhard. He's got the space to have the shot. It just goes wide. Once again, another shot from Nuhard that just misses that goal. So unfortunately, he is doing quite well to get these shots away from these angles, but ideally we would like to work it into the box a little bit more. I would like to think we do have that as a thing. I don't know if it's saying, where would it be? Patience there, work ball into the box. We'll put that on there because we do have the very present goal threat of Diakite, and then those wingers who can make the runs in behind should we need it. But there is another Rangers attack here. They're in behind. The shot goes in. It goes across the face of the goal, and we've got to be doing so much better to defend that. Why we've let that get so close to the goal, I have absolutely no idea. We'll offer up our words of encouragement there. There's not loads we can do. We've got a rested team. The defence is a little bit rotated with Smith being out and Gomez being out through suspension. Obviously, we weren't it's not obvious, but the Dukos, not the Dukos. Well, I'm looking at Dukos now. Chukwu is the one playing. The Mole replacement wasn't able to be made. There was 2 players we were looking at, but none of them agreed to join. Maybe if we have the time in this transfer, well, we will have the time, but if we'd have had the time, we could have got a deal agreed for one of them, but it just didn't come off in the end, come to fruition, which was pretty annoying. But if we can sell the other player, we are potentially considering selling. We would be up to quite a lot of money to go and spend. I'd like to think a lot more than other teams around us, and that's where the difference could be in terms of challenging for that top 6 spot. Who we go and sign, though, is a different story. Here's Dukos, squares it. Diakite is there. He's on the near post, but he's not able to put that away. Even 38 million that we do have, because we did get around 23 in transfer budget just from that Mole sale, I think is quite a lot to go and spend. We did have quite a lot last summer, but nothing compared to this. And who we can go and sign with it is big. I wanted to get off all the Barber payments, because that would have only been like 7.5 million, which compared to obviously the 40 million that we do have, it's not that much. But I guess this shows that we will be improved in terms of a financial stance because of such a big sale. Mole was a good player, but you can't deny a fee of that much for a club like this, and for the player that Mole was. I think it is a very, very good valuation. So we didn't stand in the way of it, and we got our money, and now this club is doing quite good financially. They will always be, probably from now on, a quite financially sound club because of that sale. It's just about how we go and spend it, and I did want to get those Barber payments done, but I guess it didn't happen. He paid 15 million up front, and then 7.5 over the next 3 years in 2.5 million instalments each. But it is a bit frustrating that we don't have the option to go and do that. We're going to look to make a few changes here in this game. It's just been a frustrating day, and if we go and get another loss, then our problems are really going to start to mount up in terms of what we can go on and do in this season. I'm going to bring Dukos off for Musavu, brought Milan on to that right hand side, and then is there any others in particular? I don't want to bring Smith on in particular if I don't have to, but we may bring him on for the last 15 minutes of this game. It's just been so lackluster. We've not been able to get into this game at all. Not even, we've had a few shots on target, but we've just not been in it at all. There's a corner and a chance to do something here. Here's Milan on the ball. He goes into Nuhard, please not another shot from range. It's Guy who loses down that one there, but we find it in the possession of our centre back, and it's just poor. It's really, really poor. There's so much we have to do to improve. There's a ball in behind here, and that is 2-0, and we've just let that ball go in behind. We've got to be doing so much better, and it's going to be another frustrating loss by the looks of it. 2-0 the scoreline here to Angers. This is a game we had to have won, and the more and more it goes on, the more unlikely it looks for us to go and get that Conference League spot. Now, to be fair, it is still at 40 points, so we do start the day, and we will end the day in the league as we started, just with one less game, but it's got to come from somewhere. Angers have gone and overtaken us now in that league table. It's not impossible, but it's looking increasingly unlikely if we cannot go on to improve, and that is exactly what is looking like the case. We'll go and make some final changes here. I'm going to bring Boto on there. We'll bring Smith in at left back, and then I will bring Nuhard off as well for Blazquez to go and see what he can do. Maybe we need a few player changes. That could be the difference maker. The full-time whistle is going to go in this game here, and it's a disappointing loss against Angers. And the team for this French Cup quarter-final against PSG, we've got a bit of a change one in some parts, as you can see in that midfield there. It starts with Jarwin in goal, a backline of Brassier, Liddell, Gomez who returns, and Barber. We've got Nuhard, Moussavu and Ducos in the midfield, Guy on the left, Sheriff on the right, and Diakite up top. Kick-off here in this game against PSG. Somehow they've scored and we can't see what's going on. I didn't even get the chance to go and try to be able to let us see it. This could be either a very, very bad game. I mean, to be fair, I have seen that PSG decided to go with their full-strength team for this game and actually rotated their team in the league game. Maybe why they went and lost it, but I brought out their full-strength team for this game. I guess the only tactic is using attack as the best defense. You know, PSG will come and try and get us here in this game, but if we just go and catch them out, go and really threaten their goal as much as we can, then it could be the way to go. There's Bukayo Saka on that right hand side. There's a chance in behind here. It goes into the side netting in the end. It's very frustrating, that loss to Angers. You know, we have to get, I don't even know how we'd do it. We're 12 points behind with 10 games to go, and still then we'd have to make, I mean, 6 wins now from 12 would be good for us, but you'd obviously think that the other teams around would do well. We'd probably need 8 wins from 12 minimum to have at least a shot of going into to get there, but there's no reason why we can't. We have the quality, we know we do. It's just not clicking for us, and we are getting too many losses when it matters most. We've got a few issues to go and work on, but if we can go and turn that around for next episode, which will be the final episode of the season, then we will go and obviously have a look if we can go and get into that Conference League spot. But if it's not this season, then so be it. We have the money to spend. Maybe the message or the moral of the story is that this is going to be a journey to win the Conference League. It's not easy. We spent 10 seasons with Tromsø trying to win the Conference League, which in perspective is absolutely crazy. Maybe this St Etienne team will take 5, but if it takes 5, it takes 5. So be it. They might just need that in order to go and win it, and ultimately that is the goal we want to achieve with this team. And if that's how we have to go and do it, then that's the way it'll be, because we want to win it ultimately. With this St Etienne team, we have the players who deserve to go on and do it. There's players who will probably be in that final. I'm looking at now, you know, Rock, Barber, Liddell will probably be there. We've got Ducos, if he stays, probably will be there. Guy, if he stays as well, probably Nuhard. The 3 players I'd put my money on being there is Barber, Liddell and Nuhard. But anything can change in the time between now and then. We just have to hope we can eventually make it and go and improve in 40 minutes of this game here against PSG. Apart from that early goal within the first 2 minutes, it doesn't look like we've been too bad. As we said, we just wanted to go straight on the attack, be that, you know, pressure cooker team, get absolutely all over this team, which have been so dominant, but at the end of last season, in their final 2 games, completely lost all that it was worth for their season. They lost out in the Champions League final and in this League Cup final, the Coupe de France final. So maybe we can go and catch them out here, and just maybe, I would like to think, if we go and win this cup, there is a European spot on the line for us, but who knows. It will be an absolutely massive upset, to say the least. This is one of the most, if not the most dominant team I've ever seen in a league. It's been absolutely immense, and yeah, we're going to have a few issues here against this PSG team in the second half. 2 goals minimum needed just to tie up this game. Whether or not we can go and do it, we'll all be found out. There might be a chance here though, or maybe not, because we lose out straight away here. It's Florian Wirtz who may just switch over to Bukayo Saka or just play it straight in behind. It hits the inside post. We might have been let off, or maybe not, but Florian Wirtz has fluffed his lines there, luckily for us. And we have got a few things to work on here if we want to mount a massive comeback against PSG. We'll go and say we're happy against them. I mean, they could be doing better, to be fair. It doesn't look like we've been too bad. We've had no real clear-cut chances apart from that Diakite one. But, you know, the teams against this PSG team get completely shut out, and it looks like that has just not been the case for us so far here. We have already played our 2 games against PSG, which is always good for the season in the league, so that might remove a few issues in terms of picking up wins. We do have in my opinion, some favourable fixtures. As we said, in the halves of the season, the first half is always the tough one, and then the second half is usually pretty good. And if we can go and pick up some points, then maybe, just maybe, that top 6 spot could be ours. But we have to now put our money where our mouth is. You know, we've brought in these big money players. Rock Barber has done very well, Jao, and these new signings have done well, but maybe we're going to have to look into a few positions to improve. And these boys who are on the pitch, who are in this squad and have the quality to go and do well, they've got to go and do well, or else their positions could be at threat, because it's just not good enough, the stuff we are seeing so far from them here. Some of them have joined, and some of them that are already existing here, it feels very lacklustre, very kind of slacking in their efforts, and that has really got to turn around. 60 minutes gone here in this game, no goals to our name. It's 3-0 to PSG. It may just be a quarterfinal's not bad at all. There is actually 2 teams from the league below, and one of them they actually played against each other, and one of them has now made the semi-final. We will not be making the semi-final by the looks of it, but quarter-final is still quite the respectable effort. We will go make a few changes. Now we have full focus on the league. No more breaks, no more friendlies, no more cup games. We are ready to go for the rest of the season. I'm going to bring Sheriff on there. I'm also going to bring Godfall in onto the left, and then we'll bring Smith back on his return. There's another PSG goal. It's just getting a little bit embarrassing here in this game. We'll go and bring Gonzalez on there, and then I want to bring Blasquez on for... I want to put Nuhard in at the attacking position there, so we'll put Blasquez into the middle and then Nuhard in that attacking position. We do have Chukwu out with an injury, so he is out of this game. There is a few changes, little tweaks to the tactic that we might want to pull off. In terms of maybe a bit of a deeper line to stop those early balls over the top, and just those balls over the top in general, and then as well working it into the box a bit more, because we do have a very solid finisher in Diakite in the middle, who's just not getting the service that we need so far here in this team. Here's Moussavu, who's trying to reach that ball, but it's a poor pass from Diakite, it looked like, to try and play him in, and now all of a sudden it could potentially be 5 PSG if they go and continue this attack here. I can't believe they played their full strength team in the cup. That is scummy to say the least. I thought that had gone in there, but luckily it didn't. It's going to be a free kick or a corner kick. I don't know why I said, did it say free kick, or am I just seeing stuff? I don't really know. 80 minutes gone here in this game. We've had a few shots on target, a few good chances by the looks of it, but good chances is still not goals scored, and that has been the case for us here. We're going to leave those players out who are on the pitch. We've made our 5 changes, and that is about that. The ball is going to switch over to Gonzalez here. Can he play it out to right back? Rock Barber down the line. He's going to find Musgrove. Musgrove finds Moussavu. Moussavu, where can he go? He's not able to play that ball in there. It's going to go over the top here now once again for the PSG players. It's Bukayo Saka. That is 5-0 here, and credit to them. Credit to him as well. He's got 4 goals and assists in this game, and if by the time you join us next episode, we will either be challenging for that top 6 spot, or we will be down and out and have to go another season for that qualification. So there you have it. Lots of work to do if we want to go and make that Conference League spot. As you can see there, it's looking pretty bad, but you've got to have hope that we can go on and do it. If you did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all this little tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.